Hello, everybody. I'm Doug Llewellyn, and welcome to another edition of Close Up on America's Business, coming to you from our studio here, high above the trading floor at the American Stock Exchange on Wall Street in Lower Manhattan. Today, a close-up look at the subject of real estate and the business of buying and selling residential properties and the big-time advantage of having a truly qualified real estate agency working with you in the process. And to do it, we're going to focus on the nearby community of Brooklyn, New York, and a highly qualified agency known as ERA Personal Real Estate Consultants. This is a locally owned office of the huge ERA International Real Estate Organization. And as you are about to learn, having members of the community who are professionals in the real estate field assist you can be a huge advantage. As an example, this specific agency is co-owned by Frank Knopf and Kimberly Lynn Sue. Frank is a retired New York City police officer, and I tell you, he knows Brooklyn like the back of his hand. Both he and Kimberly know which neighborhoods would provide what you are looking for and can tell you about the schools and so on. To learn more, we took our cameras to Brooklyn and to this ERA agency office to talk to Frank and Kimberly about their business and their firm.
I am a broker, a hands-on broker. I am still a working broker. I still go out there and list and sell properties. I train, manage some of the new agents, combined with Frank.
Been in Brooklyn all my life. I was born in Brooklyn. I was a police officer in Brooklyn for 22 years, retired sergeant, and that was service-oriented at that point. And I went into real estate on a full-time basis at that point, and that was also service to the community of Brooklyn, knowing all the areas, the goods and bads, ups and downs, and the changes that are there.
Kimberly, what would you say this agency is primarily known for?
We provide customer service. For me, it's that relationship, that rapport that we build with our clients. It's repetitive business, it's referrals. That has worked for me for many years. I think we say that to our agents, the follow-up leads that we have, it's so important in this business. I think a lot of times an agent might sell a home. The owner never hears from that person ever again. And when it's time to sell, it's like, who was the agent? They have no idea who it was. They end up going somewhere else. So I think if we do that and develop that in the beginning, it's a great service that we are providing.
Working with this firm, the advantages are the training. Being that it's a national firm, I have access to training that most agents won't have access to. Online training, individuals come in to speak to us individually about our sales techniques and to help us become better agents.
Well, I think it's like a one-stop shopping. I think clients need to be educated sometimes, not that they aren't, because in today's market, they're on the internet, they know about buying homes, they know about mortgages. So when they finally come to an agency like ours, they're pretty much educated, but we like walking them through the process. And I think the individual attention towards their wants and needs, I think it's a great service to provide. When a client comes in, we get them pre-qualified. We work with different banks and mortgage lenders. We let them know what their purchasing power is. In other words, how much house can they afford? A lot of times they don't really know. And based on their credibility, and they probably could buy more than what they expected. And I think it's good for anyone to know that. We let them know what's available, the houses. When I say walk them through the process, sometimes they need to know about attorneys, they need to know about termite inspections, they need to know, not that we're providing that, but sometimes they have questions. And we're here to help them, to listen to them, and maybe even provide some of those services for them.
How has this market changed over the years, if at all?
People are staying in Brooklyn, I think, because of the interest rates being so low. They're refinancing, fixing up their homes, investing in the homes. And I think that keeps a lot of folks here in Brooklyn. Brooklyn is a wonderful place to live. I've been here. I'm a lifelong resident. I live and work in Brooklyn. I see some changes. We have different ethnic groups that have moved into our neighborhoods. It's wonderful. It's like Brooklyn's like a melting pot. Some of the benefits here is growing up in Brooklyn as a lifelong resident, knowing where everything is, the schools, knowing the churches, temples, shopping areas. It's very important. People with smaller children, they want to know where the kids are going to be going to school. They want to know colleges, they want to know elementary schools, and it is very important. Also transportation, the trains. So I think those are the benefits.
We did a wonderful job this year so far.
Yes, we did. We actually sent 6 kids to summer camp. We had a lock-in, all the ERA offices collectively, and in an individual office we raised over $7,000. And we're just proud to say that we are the ERA Metro Brokers Council.
Top Brokers Council in the country.
The number one for fundraising, over $80,000.
When most people come in here, do you think they really know what it is they want, what they're looking for?
Most people, I would say a good portion of them don't, but we need to help them out, and find out, what it is. It's not a one-step, 1-second process. It's a little bit time-consuming. And sometimes it takes a couple of weeks after taking a buyer out to find out that they really wanted a 2-family house rather than a 1, or vice versa.
How helpful is it that this agency is affiliated with ERA?
It gives us all the tools that we need to help clients. We can help people move any place in the world, a worldwide company. Helping us, the agents and the brokers, keep in touch with the clients in, I can't say the fastest mode, but different methods.
Can you, when you come right down to it, can you help anybody get a home?
They can get a hold of us. We're here. They can contact us either by phone, fax, email, or whatever's good for them. Cell phones. We do answer our phones. We give our clients our phones so we can help them. Because they might see a house they want to see tomorrow, and they need to get a hold of us so we can make the appointments for tomorrow. You can't wait until tomorrow and then the next day and we lose out for them.
What about someone who has, let's say, less than perfect credit? Can you help them as well?
I have several outlets that I can help them out with. I can give them the answers, and I can hook them up or give them recommendations so they can follow through themselves, and I will help them whatever they need.
How do you know what is right for your client?
By knowing the merchandise that's available, knowing the client, talking to the client, finding what they need, and put it together. They need a 2-bedroom house. They want 3. That's fine. We all do. But what's available? 2, 3. Show it to them. Put it together. Help them decide in reference to certain things when somebody says, "Oh, this bedroom's too small," but the backyard isn't. The den is nice. There's a trade-off in everything. Nothing's 100%.
Technology has changed so much in recent years. How has that impacted the way you go about selling homes?
It's given the information to the home buyers that's out there, that's available to them. The home buyers are all on the internet right now. 62% of the buyers go to internet first, and then they make the phone call. Some actually go and do it through the internet, but very few. Also, they check, they look, they go over, and then they make the phone call.
Your firm is now 15 years old. What do you see for the future as you look down the road ahead?
Well, right now we're in the midst of opening up 3 offices, two more offices in Brooklyn, and 1 office in Nassau County. So we're expanding so that we could get the customer service better in the Brooklyn area, so we're not just in 1 location, we'll be in 3 altogether, and out into the Nassau County area.
And so there you have it, the interesting details on a unique real estate firm known as ERA, Personal Real Estate Consultants in Brooklyn. I'm Doug Llewellyn reporting from New York.